He's got all your movies.
Oh, hey,
and all my oh my
hey,
God.
all our movies.
Look at that. Oh, that's sick. The hell yeah.
You
That's
rule.
awesome.
You
Thank
win.
you
That's
so
very
much.
cool.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Paul, McGuire, Grimes, ABC, Minneapolis, Awkwafina, and Paul. It was really great talking to both of you today. I appreciate the time, so thank you.
And back at you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awkwafina, I want to start with you. There's a really great scene with you and Becky Ann Baker, who I just love, on the bus at the beginning, where she's like giving you advice about your career. And I'm curious, how often do people come up to you and be like, Awkwafina, I think you should do this with your career? What do they say?
You know, other than like my grandma, my Aunt Linda, I don't have a ton of people that are like, hey, you should. I think that you actually you actually want to ask other people that, but you don't even. It's impossible to, because then that comes off as sweaty. I guess, you know what I mean. But yeah, not a lot, not a ton.
Advice from everybody.
I would love Becky Ann Baker to give me advice. I need to hit her up.
She's so good. Speaking of grandma, my husband and I really loved Awkwafina as Nora from Queens. That was a really great show. So thank you for that too.
Thank you for watching it. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Now, Paul, you've worked with so many really funny people in your career, like Awkwafina and John Cena. So as a director directing comedians, how do you just trust them and let them run with the scene, or do you kind of plot it out first with the timing and what your vision is?
No, I mean, we work really hard on the script, and then when I know who I'm working with, we'll adjust the script for what we believe is their voices, and then I don't rehearse. We just kind of get in and just start shooting, and then I like to see what they're going to do naturally, and then I have in my head what I think I want out of it, and we just slowly kind of adjust and move towards what I think I want, which ends up usually being not at all what I actually end up using, because they're so talented. I never want to go into anything prescribing anything to them, because I want their natural instincts to come out, because it's always going to be better than what I come up with.
No,
oh my God. I really love that trust that you have. And I guess that creates a big sense to play for you, Awkwafina, to really bring what you want into any given role. I'm curious, your character has a really bad audition in the movie, and it was a funny scene. Have you had any bad auditions yourself, or had to prove yourself that, like, no, I'm the right person for this, and here's why I'm going to prove it?
I'm not good at the second one. I'm not good at like imposing myself on. I'd rather just retreat. But I mean, sure. I think every actress has some bad audition stories. I had one of my first ever acting auditions was for a pretty high profile role that I went to several rounds, obviously, and on the last round, I woke up at the time of the audition. So, and I was living in Brooklyn, and I would have to commute to like 23rd Street in Manhattan. I was late. Everyone was there. And because I was so like nervous from being late, I forgot everything. It was really bad.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
That was a nightmare. Yeah.
Oy.
That gives me heart palpitations.
I know. I just
all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
At the time, yeah.
I'm curious, if you both won the lottery, people say, if I won the lottery, I'd quit my job. Oh, I got the rap. I don't want to waste your time. Thank you both for time today. And Paul,
no,
I told
I
this
love
stuff
you.
and Rose that I need a spy too. I need spy too. So if we could make that happen,
You never know, Paul.
Paul, McGuire, Grimes, ABC, Minneapolis. John, I talked to you for the Suicide Squad, and I'm so excited to talk to you again today. So thank you for the time today. I appreciate it.
An impressive statement with all the DVDs behind it. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, there's a scene very early on in the movie with Awkwafina getting advice about her career from Becky Ann Baker's character. I'm curious, how often do people come up to you and give you advice about the career they think you should have? And what do they typically say?
Either don't do any more stuff, or I want to see you in some more stuff. But I love getting that feedback either way, because it's better than nothing. I think apathy is the lack of growth. So when someone can come up to me as an honest critic or an honest advocate, I try to listen to what they say and get to the heart of where they're coming from. And I love hearing it all the time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're so great with your fans and so approachable. So I really appreciate that too. I'm curious, you've been doing a lot of comedies in your career, but what did you still learn about the genre through working with Paul, Feig, and Awkwafina, who are both so funny themselves, much like you are too?
So comedy parallels WWE a lot. There's no right way to do it. As long as you are continuously pushing the line of what we can tolerate and not being afraid to laugh, even in the most anxious moments, in the most tense moments. And I love being around comedians because of their courage and their bravery. And man, I love seeing the chances they take. And those are a lot of the chances that we take in WWE and putting on a spectacle. You hope that it works, and you're going to put yourself out there in front of the world, and and see what happens. So I admire and enjoy being around great comedians.
I love hearing that, especially about the bravery. I think that's so true. And I don't think that comedians get enough of that feedback or like hear that enough. Speaking of wrestling, Awkwafina's character has a really bad audition in the movie. I'm curious, do you have any bad audition stories or ways that you had to prove yourself that you were more than just a wrestler?
I don't think I've had plenty of bad auditions, but I don't mind if someone looks at me and says you're just a WWE superstar, because that's a wonderful thing to be. It really is. And I can't force you to change your mind. If you see Jackpot and you like it, that's great. If you don't, I can tell you why I like the movie, but you're going to have your own opinions. That's okay. So if someone looks at me and makes a judgment on who I am in totality, they have every right to do that. I guess I just ask for the liberty to keep my own perspective as well.
Oh my God, that's a very peaceful and calm way of looking at things. Now, people always say if I won the lottery, I'd quit my job and whatnot. So if you won the lottery, would you quit acting, or how would you maybe change up your career?
So that's a difficult question, because I feel I've been handed a lot of jackpots, so to speak, in my life. And I do enjoy what my life is, and I don't know what would change. I don't know what would change at all.
I love that. There's that gratitude. That's really nice. There's a lot of riffing, one-upping in the movie. You have a great scene with Machine Gun Kelly in it. Are you an actor that loves improv and kind of one-upping another actor? Do you like to stick to the script?
I like both. I like to try to approach a project knowing the material and being coachable. And I think that's the best way to allow the director, who is supposed to edit, make, and create this vision, to do their job. So if they want to stick to the page, it's our job as a professional to make the page as meaningful as we can. And if they want an open forum where anything goes and bring your best material, but don't be afraid to take a haymaker to the face, that's also a fun environment.
Yeah, absolutely. I got the wrap. I cannot wait for Peacemaker season 2. That's going to be amazing. I already know it. So thank you for that as well. And I hope we see that soon. So thank you for the time today. And I hope people enjoy Jackpot. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.